Alright, in this video I wanted to talk about some of the benefits of separating pedestrian push buttons in the cabinet. So at this intersection we only have 4 push buttons, 2 in the median and 1 on each side of the street. If we come into our cabinet, they come in on PC 2, 4, 6, and 8. Typically this would be used for all your Ped calls for Ped Phase 2, all your Ped buttons for Ped Phase 4, 6, and 8 on a standard conventional NEMA setting. In this cabinet is a TS2 cabinet. We have other Ped inputs up there. You can see them. PC 1, 5, 1, 3, 5, and 7. Now in our new cabinets what we're ordering is a separate terminal that will be located on the side, and that has wiring back to all these inputs, but that way our technicians and people installing the cabinet can pull the wires up and land them here in a more accessible location. And it gives us 8 different Ped inputs. So where this becomes useful is at this location. Both Ped buttons on this side called the same phase but are input differently, and both Ped buttons on that side are called the same phase but are input differently. But if you push any of the buttons from the out or median, it brings up a logic statement that will then call the next walk. So you actually don't need to push the buttons in the median, they're just there in case you need them. So we see someone has pushed for Ped Phase 1, and then we see a Ped call on Phase 5. So Ped Phase 1 is timing, and Ped Phase 5 comes up next. So that way you can get your a single crossing without having to wait in the median. Where this also comes in handy is at more conventional intersections where you might have a median. Your terrace buttons, maybe you want to call a longer walk, but if someone pushes a button from the median, you might want a shorter walk. So not so much in this corridor, but in other corridors where we're having center running buses and a platform in the middle, we might want those buttons to call just enough time to kind of get you from the platform to the side of the street. But if you push the button from the outside, then we want to give you a longer walk so you can get from the terrace to the far side of the median before the flashing don't walk starts. So I just wanted to make a quick video showing benefits of landing your Ped input separately, either through your kind of more conventional inputs or through a nice input on the side. Knowing which button was pushed and how a pedestrian might be crossing can help bring up better, more specific Ped timings on different Ped phases. If you use a lot of Ped overlaps, you can come up with some real creative ways to get people across the street. So I don't know if this person has pushed the button. It doesn't look like they have. But yeah, just kind of wanted to showcase what we're doing here and what we're starting to do in other locations.